Back to our monthly Mayor phone-in with Don Iveson. If we could address this quickly, Mayor. It's been more than 3 weeks since the city said it would hire an independent investigator into the death of boxer Tim Hague. And this week we learned there's still no investigator because the commission that sanctioned the fight wasn't consulted. So why is it important, we're wondering, that the fight commission have a role in choosing who will investigate it?
Yeah, that's a very good question. I mean, I think that part of what is being reviewed are the decisions of the commission. And first of all, let me say, I mean, it's a terrible tragedy, and all of us at the city express our deepest condolences to Mr. Hague's family for the tragedy. But when something like this happens, clearly it needs to be independently evaluated. And so part of the definition of independent evaluation is you might have an opinion as to whether someone would be in conflict in doing that evaluation, but you don't get to pick. I think it's key that this effort have credibility with the families and with the folks who rely on the commission to safely adjudicate these fights. And so I guess I don't have a lot of specifics on the back and forth between the commission and the city, but our commitment has been that there does need to be an independent review. And if there's a conflict there or an issue of independence, then I think that's fair for the commission to raise. But at the end of the day, I'm not versed in the specifics of what the back and forth has been, but our commitment is that an independent review is what Mr. Hague and his family are owed. Well, I think the facts of the matter in all of those instances are, as it relates to Mr. Hague at least, are what should be independently evaluated. I don't have all of the specifics. I know that there have been concerns. We've heard those concerns. I think, I will say this at this point. I quite frankly do not want the city of Edmonton regulating this industry anymore. I think that is the position of our council, because it is, these are life and death issues, and it's very, very complicated. And so we have asked the provincial government, along with mayors of a number of other cities, Mayor Red Deer and I have been working on this specifically together, to establish a provincial regulatory mechanism for combative sports, because this is really difficult for cities to do. And in no other province in this country is it left to local government to do this. And it's even harder for a mid-size or small municipality that has an opportunity to host an event like these, which will probably happen whether they're regulated or not. So this is one of those things that probably does need regulation, but ideally it would be consistent across the province. And so we have asked the province several times to take it upon themselves to come up with a consistent standard for this. And so it's something that we will continue to ask for, because quite frankly, because of some of these issues, I'm not comfortable having the city of Edmonton have jurisdiction over these matters. And so, like every other province in the country, it's time for the government of Alberta to take responsibility for regulating these industries, because I think this is very, very difficult work, and I would like the staff and leadership of the city of Edmonton to be focused on other issues than this, which is not to diminish at all the need for the independent review into the tragedy of Mr. Hague's death and any responsibility that arises from that. But I'm simply personally not comfortable with regulating this anymore, and my sense of my council colleagues is that by and large our council feels that way as well. Take the money.